All right, Shalom, Shalom. Call line lot. I ain't know where you. I will buy Shimmy on side by Shimmy on Rakadash. Want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who teach well. All right, Shalom to them for luck. All right, but Karad is out back with another lesson. All right. Speaking about the judgment of the Lord. So let's look up this word right quick. All right. All right, so this is the word judgment, right? It says the ability to make considered decisions or outcome or come to sensible conclusions. Also, verse 2, definition 2, it says a misfortune or calamity viewed as a divine punishment. All right. And both of these are great definitions of judgment, right? Because one, that's what they are. And two, especially the second one, all right. What the Lord does, all right, is send for divine punishment. Okay. All right. And we see it as a misfortune or a calamity. All right. When I say we, I mean people as a whole. But as individuals in the truth and men of the Lord and women, all right, we know it's of the judgment of the Lord why people get put to death, okay, because of their wickedness, right? It says right here, just to read out of this, it says the crash had been a judgment on the parents for wickedness, okay, all right. I don't know if y'all can see. Let me do this because y'all already know what I look like, but it don't matter anyway. I don't know. It just seems small from here. I don't know, but anyway. Um, it says basically for wickedness, right? And what is wickedness, right? Wickedness is going contrary to the laws of the Lord, right? So this is Second Chronicles 15 and 13, all right? That whosoever, let me see, let me start up. All right, this is Second Chronicles 15 and 12, and they entered into a covenant to seek the Lord, Yahweh power of their father with all their heart and with all their soul. That whosoever would not seek Yahweh power of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. Okay. All right. So small or great can go into positions of power. All right. Whether you're a king or somebody that's of no consideration within the realm or kingdom that you live in. All right. And the Lord, since we know that there's only two genders, right, man or woman, all right, the Lord doesn't, it doesn't matter to the Lord, right? Whatever wickedness that you commit, all right, it's a divine punishment from Yahweh Shemel Shai, all right? So we can, see news articles about death every day. Let's look at news articles. Let's see. Recent articles on death. Let's see that. Right. Maybe that's what I want to look up. Let me see. Let's do this. Shootings. It's common in America. All right. This is a common thing. All right. It says 4 dead and 18 hurt in Memorial Day weekend shooting across Chicago. All right. This is judgment from the Lord. These 4 people that died, that's a divine punishment from the Lord. All right. I saw a news article where, it was like a video where these 2 girls uh, killed their mother because of a phone. The phone was taken away. Let's see. Bam, here we go. All right, it's not recent, but here you go. All right, video: two sisters killed mother day after cell phones were taken away. All right, stupid man. All right, two twin sisters confess brutal murder of mother. All right, so this is judgment, man. All right, these two girls were put in the mindset or the spirit to cause judgment to come upon that woman. All right, because of what the Lord has set out for that person's spirit or that person's soul, right? Because our people aren't seeking the Lord, so the Lord going to put them to death. All right, so I'm gonna just briefly speak about Jezebel because the Lord allowed me to read this yesterday, right? And that's where the inspiration came from this topic, right? So I read about Ahab and his wife, right? And oh my dang back. I'm gonna just read through. So Ahab wanted a vineyard, right? That was in this 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 Israelite man Naboth had owned, right? And he said, hey, I'll give you money and whatever else it is that you want. So he was like, nah, right? So then here goes the wickedness of our people here in this precept we're gonna read, right? Jezebel. Let's see where I'm gonna start at. All right, I'm gonna go up. All right, so uh this is First Kings 21:7, and we know she did more wicked things than this. I believe also I had read that she had killed some prophets. Okay, but it says here, and it's all wickedness, right? Uh, killing, you know. All right, that's a wicked thing because the scripture says, "Thou shalt not kill." Right. But here we go. It says First Kings 21:7, and Jezebel, his wife, said unto him, "Doest thou?" Oh, I might as well just start up, man. Uh, all right, this is First Kings 21:4, and Ahab came into the house heavy and displeased because of the words which Naboth, the Jezreelite, had spoken to him. For he said, I will not give thee the inheritance of my father. He laid him and he laid down upon his bed and turned his face and would not eat no bread, would eat no bread. But Jezebel his wife came to him and said unto him, Why is thy spirit so sad? Thou eatest no bread, that thou eatest no bread. And he said unto her, Because I spake unto Naboth, the Jezreelite, and said unto him, Give me thy vineyard for money, or else, if it please thee, I will give thee another vineyard. And he said unto thee, I will not. He answered, I will not give thee my vineyard. And Jezebel his wife said unto him, Doest thou now govern the kingdom of Israel? Arise, eat bread, and let thine heart be merry. I will give thee the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite. All right, so we all know what she did, right? So we're just gonna read it. She wrote letters in Ahab's name and sealed them with his seal, and sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles that were in the city dwelling with Naboth. And she wrote in a letter saying, Proclaim a fast and set Naboth on high among the people, and set two men, sons of Belial, before him to bear witness against him. All right, right there. False witness right here. All right, saying, Thou is blasphemy Yahweh and the king, and then carry him out and stone him that he may die. Right. This is where her wickedness started right here. In this instance, right? This is a wicked thing, right? Causing uh false stirring up wickedness, right? Causing blame to somebody that didn't do anything that was written, and causing this man to be put to death, right? So it says here, and the men of this city, even the elders and the nobles who were the inhabitants in his city, did as Jezebel had sent unto them, as it is written in the letters, as it was written in the letters which she had sent unto them. They proclaimed a fast, set Naboth on high among the people, and there came in two men, children of Belial, and set before him, and the men of Belial witnessed against him, even against Naboth, in the presence of the people, saying, Naboth did blaspheme Yahweh and the king. Then they carried him forth out of the city and stoned him with stones. Then they sent Jezebel, saying, the booth is stoned and is dead. All right. So now he got the vineyard, right? So I'm gonna keep reading. And it came to pass when Ahab heard that Naboth was dead, that Ahab rose up to go down to the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite to take possession of it. And the word of Yahweh came to Elijah the Tishbite, saying, arise, go down, meet Ahab, king of Israel, which is in Samaria. Behold, he is in the vineyard of Naboth, whether he has gone down to possess it. And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, thus saith Yahweh, hast thou killed and also taken possession? And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, thus saith Yahweh, in the place where dogs lick the blood of Naboth shall dogs lick thy blood, even thine. All right. So we know that the Lord was merciful unto him. All right. Because you're going to read it, he repented. And it went on to his kids, right? But that's where I go. Where's my head? Okay. Verse 20, and Ahab said to Elijah, hast thou found me, O mine enemy? And he answered, I found thee because thou hast sold thyself to work evil in the sight of the Lord. Behold, I will bring evil upon thee and take away thy posterity, and will cut off from Ahab him that pisseth against the wall, and him that is shut up and left in Israel, and will make thine house the house of and will make thine house like the house of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, and like the house of Bashan the son of Ahijah, for the provocation wherewith thou hast provoked me to anger and made Israel to sin. Here we go. This is what I really wanted to read. And of Jezebel also spoke Yahweh, saying, the dogs shall eat Jezebel by the wall of Jezreel. Him that dieth of Ahab in the city, the dogs shall eat, and him that dieth in the field shall the fowls of the air eat. All right. So all this I'm reading is judgment from the Lord. Okay. Just like you see instances in today's world where the Lord has set out judgment, all right, his divine punishment for people to because of their wickedness. Okay. All right. Sorry, I was reading, that was long, but we got to understand the backstory of why people get judged, right? We have been, blessed with the mercy of the Lord to receive and go out here and participate in any way, shape, or form in a positive manner for this truth, especially when it comes to preaching and the names and believing in the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. Other individuals have forsaken this truth, have turned their back on the Lord. They're not seeking the Lord, and the Lord has set that up for them to be in that position, and the Lord's going to judge them. All right. And we don't want no smoke with the Lord. Not at all. I don't. Right. But nonetheless, so let's hear about what else happened to Salaki and Jezebel. All right. So let's go to 2 Kings, the 9th chapter. Because for her wickedness, the Lord judged her, right? All right, so Israel got a new ruler, right? And this man was set up to go out there and put to death the people of Ahab. All right, so here we go. This is 2 Kings 9 and 30. And when, I might say his name wrong, Jehu was come to Jezreel, Jezebel heard of it, and she painted her face and tied her head and looked out at a window. And as Jehu entered in at the gate, she said, had Zimri peace, who slew his master? And he lifted up his face to the window and said, who is on my side? Who? And there looked out to him 2 or 3 eunuchs. All right. And here, all right, so they had a little conversation. All right. And remember, mind you, this woman's looking out of a window somewhere, right? And he said, throw her down, right? So she got thrown out of a window. That's part of the judgment of the Lord, right? You're going to see, there was videos brothers be passing off in the group chat. There was a woman that was pregnant, and she was pregnant and she got ran over by like an 18-wheeler. She was dead and the baby popped out of her uterus, you know? There was another video where brothers had sent in the group chat where this man was getting his face bashed in for with the sword, man, like an actual literal sword, right? You can see his face was all cut up and shit. There was another instance where I believe it was in Haiti, right? This woman got set on fire. Also, there was an instance where I believe it was an instance of adultery. This woman got her head cut off, man. All right, and they cut off her vagina, right? So those are just punishments from the Lord for people's acts, right? Just as this is punishment from the Lord for this woman's acts, all right? So she was thrown down out of a window, right? So they threw her down, and some of the blood was sprinkled on the wall and on the horses, and he trod her underfoot. So she got stumped out, right? I want to see this in a different version, just see what it says. All right, so in NIV says, throw her down, Jehu said. So they threw her down, and some of her blood spattered on the wall, and the horses, as they trampled her underfoot, right? So she got stumped out by some horses, man. All right. That's a horrible way to die. It's painful, man. All right. That's painful. But this is the judgments of the Lord for individuals that do wickedness, man. Shalom, bro. Yabashima, Shabashima, Kardash, Bakata. And Shalom, Yabashima, Shabashima, to, the brothers and sisters that listen. All right. Shalom, Salaki. But, judgment, man. All right. The judgment of the Lord goes out every day, right? And this is an example of why we need to fear the Lord, right? So we don't be in this kind of situation, right? So continuing on in verse 34, and when he was come in, he did eat and drink and said, go now see this cursed woman and bury her, for she is a king's daughter. And they went to bury her. This is important, but they found no more of her than the skull and the feet and the palms of her hands. All right. She was gone, man. All right. She was gone. All right, just like we had read, all right, it's going to say right here. Wherefore they came again and told him, and he said, this is the word of Yahweh, which he spake by his servant Elijah the Tishbite, saying, in the portion of Jezreel shall the dogs eat the flesh of Jezebel. And that's what happened. She got stumped out, all right, and these vicious wild beasts, all right, ate her flesh, man. All right. And the only thing that was left was a skull, some feet, 2 feet, and the palms of her hand. After she got stumped out, man. All right. But there's mass death coming as in different forms, man. All right, but we gotta make sure we, fear the Lord, right? In verse 37, it says, and the carcass of Jezebel shall be as dung upon the face of the field in the portion of Jezreel, so that they shall not say, this is Jezebel. All right. So they're basically saying that, hey, her body's going to dry up just like shit, and it's going to disappear, basically. So there won't be no memorial saying, hey, that this is Jezebel. This is what happened to her. There's going to be nothing left, man. All right. Fear the Lord, man, because this is a scary situation. All right. This can happen to anybody at any point in time. Right? Do you see all the deaths that's happening in the world every day? All right. Let's see. I don't even know what to look up in regards to let's see. If you go to where's my phone at? Like there's these gore websites, you can see, all manners of death. All right. AliveGore.com, there's one. All right. There's many of them, man. Okay. And it's all divine punishment. All right. Here goes one that says a married couple was killed while rafting on a river. All right. Look, you could just look at it, man. It's horrible, man. It's horrible. Fear the Lord, man, because yeah, it's being with the Lord is better than being here, but you don't want your judgment to be some of the things that you can see on this website, man. Oh, look, my bad. It was showing some stupid shit, but Salakia, but you can see it right here, man. All right. says here, villager killed and decapitated by rebels. All right. It says electrician electrocuted when he climbed a pole and shorted, and it shorted. All right. It's crazy, man. Dude crashed to his death after falling from the 5th floor. It says worker died from an electric shock when he touched something. I didn't click on it, but it's a lot of death, man. All right. And he's got to be you got to be seeking the Lord, man. Okay. All right. You gotta seek the Lord, man, because you don't want to get put to death in these gruesome ways that the Lord has coming out here to people. All right. So the Lord judges all, man, men, women, and children. And the focus on today's lesson was, a woman. Lord will, if the Spirit allows, we can go into a situation where the Lord judges children. And you see all through the scriptures where the Lord judges men for our wickedness. All right. The kings of Israel get put to death certain ways. All right. Um, all kind of stuff, man. All right. And you can, just the whole point of this lesson is to fear the Lord, man. All right. So Lord will you edify, seek the Lord. All right. Seek the Lord, man. All right. Let me see this. Yeah. The brother, the Barga Box, this is a very diligent brother, man. All right. As soon as it pops up, Hebrews 10:31, it is a fearful thing to fall in the hands of of the living power, right? And the living power is Yahweh, man. All right. There is no other power, all right, like Yahweh. All right. We know there's only one God, his name is Yahweh, and then his son, his name is Yahweh Shai. All right. But all the other gods that's portrayed in the world, uh they're not really gods, man. All right. All right, yeah, that's it, man. So just continue to seek the Lord, man, because we coming in times. The C hip is right around the corner. They slowly, crashing the dollar. I just seen a article where bank deposits is let's see, where did it go? It says I think it's 300 or 30 million or something like that. Yo, no, 300 billion. I'm so Salakia, 30 billion $30 billion exits U.S. banking system in 1 week as deposit flights grow. All right, so they just saying that's another form of saying bank runs. Okay, all right, but we, as the common people that don't have access to that type of money, all right, we work a 9 to 5 or a day-to-day job where we get paid. Uh, we just let our money go in there, and then on top of that, the Lord's gonna take care of us anyway, so we ain't gotta worry about none of that shit. All right, but the C hip is coming, death and destruction is coming on a high level, persecution is coming because also looking at another article, it says North Korea infant jailed for life after parents found with Bible, according to recent report. That's a form of persecution, man. All right, and that's gonna be coming towards us on a high level. All right, so we got to be mentally prepared for that. We gotta let this world go. Right, here go the brother again with another precept. All right, the Bar Gabash, Shalom again, brother. It says, see Deuteronomy 32:39. See now that even I am He, and there is no power with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. And that's the Heavenly Father, man. All right. Nobody can save you from the wrath of the Heavenly Father, man. All right. If the Lord got his eyes set on you to put you through uh some type of horrible punishment, some horrible judgment, all right. That's the will of the Lord. But Lord will y'all edify, man. Call I'm la Alahayna with Yahweh Bashim Al Shai Bashim Rakakradash. Want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who will teach well. Hearty Shalom to the hopeful elect Kwame Yasharala, Wafa Babal, but I'm a heart of one Yahushai. Shalom at the water brother for the precepts. And Shalom, Yahweh Slaki, Yahweh Shim Al Shai Shalom.